With over 20 years of experience in data and analytics, Wayne Hinds is a seasoned technology strategist and AI consultant. As the founding director of 2020 Insight Consulting and Marketing and president of Truth Communications Media and Publications, Wayne is passionate about helping organizations achieve transformative digital excellence through insight driven consulting, innovative solutions, and speaking engagements. He is the author of Reclaim Your Digital Gold, a must read book that explores the importance of personal data and how it is used to shape the future of business and society, while also providing valuable insight and suggestions on how we can regain control of our golden information. Wayne's work emphasizes ethical technology implementation and positive transformation in the digital age and evolving AI landscape. Here to present Digital Footprints to Digital Wellbeing, Reclaiming Our Mental Health in the Data Age, please welcome Mr. Wayne Hinds.
Wow, well, thank you, Every Black. This is such an honor, and what a wonderful set of speakers we've had so far. My goodness, it's great to follow in such great information. And so I'm going to start with what you see on the screen here. Is one thing, but for those of you, maybe dating myself here in age, but remember Sylvester the Putty Cat and Tweety the bird. I don't know if you guys remember that, the Looney Tunes character of the past. Do you remember the many episodes like that were Sylvester would do something, or he'd get hit on the head or something, and he would just see doubles or stars or something go around. I don't know if you remember that. I see some smiling faces on the screen. That's good. So we're going down memory lane in a good way. Well, what you're looking at on the screen is kind of similar to, seeing so many phones and so many digital devices. It's all around us. I don't know about you, but I love technology. I'm passionate about technology. I've been in the space for such a long time, and just to see where we are right now, we are walking with and with the heads down. We're crossing the street with a phone in the hand. We're eating something. We got our phone. I mean, it's consuming us, guys. We're consumed. Well, next slide, please. Let's explore the impact of our digital lives on mental health and discover some strategies, for reclaiming well-being, especially in this data and AI-driven world. My book, Reclaim Your Digital Gold, is one of my first book, all about my journey and technology and just seeing our world get transformed. And to me now, it feels like it's old hat and old news because we're inundated with it. Next slide, please. So let me share a little bit of where we are. Do you see the picture on the right-hand side there? Do you feel a little like that? It just information is, whether it be notifications or images or icons, or they're coming or they're going, or what's happening? Which way is it? It's just taking its toll on us. We don't realize it, right? Because we're so inundated with it and we're so connected. We're wired. Doesn't matter what demographics, culture, community, country, it's the norm, the digital norm. There's a term, it's called FOMO. Many of you may know it. Many of you may not, or you hear it. Fear of missing out. And it's one of those things that draw us to get online as often as we can. You hear a little notification from our phone, for those of you that have notifications on. By the way, you can turn some of these things on and off. I won't get into that, but right. So you get that and you respond. You want to go and see what am I missing? What am I missing? Or, you spend a little time scrolling before long, a few minutes turn into, half an hour, hours. That's just the reality of where we are right now. So the digital world is here to stay. It's not going back, and our data is underpinning all of this. And I call it digital footprints. Whenever you get online, you're leaving digital footprints. And those digital footprints are turning into not only habits, but they're also turning into more information that garners our attention, that feeds us. They become to the extent where our digital footprint and data is food for AI. Let me give you some quick facts, okay? There's 5.2 billion people on social media, and these numbers, vary and change over time. The average user accesses nearly 7 different platforms each month. Individuals spend about 2.5 hours on social media sites. And these numbers are conservative. The average screen time is about 7 hours, 7 hours, and here it says about 3 minutes per day. And I want to say screen time, that's across multiple devices. It could be on your computer, could be on your phone, could be, right? Adolescents spend more than 5 hours daily on digital devices. 70% more likely to experience suicidal thoughts or actions. That's a dark side of this. And I'm not going to go dark on you here. What I'm going to do is bring us back. But I do want to bring some awareness into this. So we have our data collection impact is significant. We're on our devices, and sometimes we're cognizant of what we're logging into and what we're doing, and changing our passwords and doing those things that we're supposed to be doing. Sometimes we're just surfing and not really paying attention to those things, but they do, in the back of our mind, cause some concern. Next slide, please. We're in an attention economy. There's vying for attention. Whether it be the apps that are designed to capture attention, or we're getting these dopamine fix from social media. You're watching something, and all of a sudden you're getting a feed of more of the same type of things. Whether you like it or not, that's what's happening, because your information is being turned into asset, into food for your brain and your attention. Constantly connected. Constant connectivity costs on our cognitive resources, that drains us. And I love what some of the other speakers are sharing about, stress and decompressing. The kinds of stuff that's been shared here are all practical things that we can do. I'm going to share a little bit of that with you as it relates to the digital world towards the end. Data collection and the impact. Anxiety, constant monitoring thing, the algorithms I mentioned are feeding us. They're curating our world and worldview and shaping it to some extent. And then the stress of managing multiple digital identities. Next slide, please. Yeah, there's a real hidden cost here when it comes to our well-being, personal well-being. Again, this image on the right here, on my right, this, burying your head and, in the technology world of digital world of, oh my, I'm overcome with so much, digital burnout, data privacy concerns, anxiety, so much to think of when it comes to the digital world, the impact on our sleep patterns and our physical health. Even though it's digital, it's pervasive. It has an impact in all these areas of our life, whether we realize it or not. Perhaps, the sleep patterns are a bit more obvious, especially those of us who take our phone to bed with us, or we're up, and at a certain time, the first thing we do is you jump to look at our devices. Social relationships, data-driven algorithms, affect our relationship patterns, social media paradox. I mean, there's so much when it comes to, the erosion of our authentic connections. We are more connected online than we are in real life. I was at a restaurant recently, and there was a number of seniors that were all gathered around, celebrating a birthday, I believe. But they're all on their mobile, after dinner. They're all heads down. And these were seniors. Next slide, please. So we need to reclaim our digital wellness, set boundaries. Be conscious about that. Data privacy management, Again, same thing. I on my book, I give, steps for you to be able to reclaim your digital assets and things you can do, such as, setting privacy settings, not only about privacy, but many things you can do. And I give the top 10 for free on my website. Implement self-care practice. Um, build sustainable routines. And of course, ethical technology support designs promoting well-being. It's so important for us to know what the importance of our digital literacy in mental health is. And it's by really paying attention. A lot of this is about more just paying attention to our body, our routines, the times that we're spending on these devices. Next slide, please. So let me give you some action items. All right. Personal empowerment. Increase your data awareness. Some of the things we're talking about here, you're getting insight into this. You're being more conscious of this. So our consumption of information, our consumption time that we spend on these devices, and the mere fact, as I said, we're giving our, creating digital footprints every time we're online. We can be an advocate for change. How do we do that? You can join communities. You can start one. Be an advocate, for change. And the times we're in right now, it seems like we're still engulfed in this, but there's going to come a time where we're going to crave human relationships more so, because this is taking over so much. So why wait until then? Let's realign or readjust. The future, creating a mental health, a sort of healthy digital ecosystem. I just talked a little bit about creating an environment and, changing our habits, being more, it starts with awareness, being conscious, and then ultimately, making some changes and some adjustments. Next slide, please. Some key takeaways, understanding the psychological cost. Okay, recognize the impact of our digital footprint, the link between privacy and our well-being, acknowledge the connection between the data privacy and our mental health. Implement a digital wellness plan. Take practical steps for better digital habits and control our digital legacy. Get control again. That's what I'd want to encourage you to do. Just get control of it. Don't let it control you. And those algorithms are very enticing. So that's where it may seem like we're getting out of control. Next slide, please. So I mentioned to you that, my book, my first book, Reclaiming Digital Gold, it's all about technology and data. This is how you can get a hold of me, by the way. My information is here. I'll put this in the chat. But I have a couple of offers for you that I'm going to just share. So here, this is how you can get a hold of me. It's in the chat. But if I can get the next slide, please. Some takeaways and an action item, okay? Reclaim your mental health in this digital age is paramount, because people are the most important asset, not our devices, not our technology, and not the digital connection. So track your screen time in the next 48 hours. Identify one habit to improve your digital well-being. Implement the change. You can actually download apps that identifies the amount of screen time you spend on it. You search for it. On any of the platforms, you can search for it, and you can find those apps. They'll limit your screen time, and when it comes to content curation and so on, just be cognizant of these types of things. I've created a journal as a publisher. Mentioned my book, but also as a publisher. I've created a journal, and this journal is on Amazon. I've actually reduced the price just for this session, and it is here. It's called Digital Footprints. Can I get the next slide, please? Digital Footprints to Digital Wellbeing. And here you can see the journal. It helps you walk through some practical things, starting from gratitude that you can do each day of the week. It's a weekly journal. For a few weeks, you can just go through these exercises. It helps for you to recalibrate and some practical steps. It got some great encouraging line on there of what's important. And you can be very active offline as you can online. And it's a great way to just take a pause, recalibrate, and jot down some of your thoughts. And so I've created this journal and made it available. Next slide, please. Actually, before we get to that, I'll put that in the link here. Here it is here. Okay, this is how you can reach me, and you can get access to the journal on Amazon. It's been posted and price reduced just for this session. If I can give it to you for free, I would, but it's a paper copy. It's got to be printed, and only Amazon can print it, so you can get that right away. That's a great tool. Okay, in addition to that, in closing, as a publisher, I published a number of books, and there's some of our authors I believe, are on the call here. We had a celebration of some of those last week, and I teach people how to publish be self-publishing. And so I have a special course that I'm offering with AI and my background in AI, really bringing these two worlds together, AI and publishing. And it's a 6-week course I'm offering, and that'll be available to you starting next week. Actually, it starts up in a couple of weeks, but you can actually jump on the course today. I'm making that available. If you go to the next slide, you can get access to this course for $197. I think it's on the next slide. Yeah, reduce the price for today, and it's $197 for a 6-week course where you learn about the whole world of AI fundamentals, and some advanced AI stuff, as well as the course covering publishing we're focused on low content books such as journals, calendars, and some other things that you can learn to publish yourself, and how to do some research and so on. So it's a great opportunity. If you want to know more, I've run out of time here, but if you want to know more, I'll be in room D, and we can certainly go through that further. But thank you for the time. And again, let's take back control of our digital assets and our digital footprints. Thank you. Be healthy, wealthy, and mentally strong.